Probably not. It's pretty large. It's like... Alright, you're up, Bushman. Taste my rat. Alright, you attack him for 7 damage. Your second attack will also hit for 7. So you slice at him and kick him while he's looking in Chugs' direction.
Should we try to run for the gate and at least lock the drakes down there?
Oh, okay. Bill's headbutting him. Yeah, you'd have to take a disengage action, which is just like instead of an attack, you can.
Could I distract them with the leftover egg and roll it across the floor so they go try to protect it? Would they do that?
It's just like spilling out of the crack, like as it's rolling.
If I tossed it up in the air, would they try to catch it?
It's Chugs' turn then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is there some use we can get out of this? So I didn't want to.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. They haven't hatched yet, or at least.
Mine looks pretty healthy for what.
One is most definitely dead. The other, not really sure. The other one has a dart that was thrown into it. You're not sure where that dart went.
Yeah, that's the silver. Well, the silver one had the dart go right into it. Yeah. It won't fit in my book bag. I could carry it. I think we should save mine. It has the best chance.
All right. That will miss. These other kobolds. This one is going to throw a clay pot at Bushman here.
Unshun.
He will miss, and it's going to go. It's going to sail over his head back towards these pillars and stuff down here again. And when it breaks open, it ignites and there's flames, kind of in like a radius around the spot that it hit. And the another one will come out here and throw another pot at Bill. He will hit. And okay, so the pot hits Bushman square in the back and bursts open, and so everyone within a 10-foot radius of Bushman, which is the 2 guard drakes and Chugs, will need to make a DC 11 dexterity save. So,
what are you catching?
Oh, sorry.
Fine, fine. Oh. Mhm.
He rolls to, let's see, to catch. So he can catch up to. Okay, so yeah, you catch it.
Ooh.
Okay. Do you have to make a ranged attack for that, or? Okay, so it's like a d20 plus your dex plus your proficiency. Which is pretty much like just your dart attack, I think. Okay. It will miss. So as he throws that pot at you, you kind of you catch it. Oh, I don't think you have inspiration, Bill. Did you ever get inspiration?
Doesn't it expire after the round?
Yeah, it's on the page of the background information that you didn't read. the it's awarded to a person per session based on like role playing stuff. But I don't think you'd gotten one yet. So it will. So it'll miss. It'll go back against the cave wall, and it bursts open. And you see the foam and stuff kind of like stick to the wall back there, kind of all over it. But you saved everyone in that area from getting hit by it. So then this last kobold will go up here, and he will also throw a pot at Bushman, and he will miss. So his will go back towards the back of the cave, and it'll ignite and fire just like the one before the last. And then it is Burnsy's turn.
Yeah.
All right, here's the plan.
Toss that extra meat you saved. Get free of them and run up the stairs. Yeah.
Just just so you remember, with sleep, it has to be more. The damage that you roll has to be more than their current health is to put them to sleep. That's up to you guys what you want to.
Maybe. If you don't sleep either one. Ah.
Oh, that's a good question. I think he possibly can.
We'll just put them to sleep.
Yeah, it doesn't say
And then we
anything
can
about.
at least, well, like if you sleep the if you can sleep the kobolds.
Yeah, that'd probably be a more effective way to use it.
If it works.
Oh, nice. So Brinzy waves his hand and casts his sleep spell. I can't get their stuff to pop up. But they all four of them up on the ledge immediately fall asleep.
What did the pots do when they threw them?
One type burst out into like a bunch of sticky foam that like covered the wall that it hit, and then the other type burst into flames.
Can we tell if there's any more laying there?
You don't see any that you can identify.
Okay. Well.
Okay, so they're all asleep. And then if Burnsy's not moving or anything. Alright, so then Sephiroth, you're up.
Okay. So if I try to run up there with the egg, at least now. Or, well, I mean, since they're down, I might as well just keep taking shots while those two are still down here. Right?
Taking shots at the drakes?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can still get your sneak attack damage on them since they're surrounded by.
And that was at oops, oh, did I actually click it? No, okay.
The one that's already injured?
Yeah, this guy.
Okay. So roll your
no,
two.
Oops. Did I use? Oh.
Yeah, roll your 2d6. Your first attack hit.
Okay.
For 8. Yeah, if anyone has any Uzis, now would be a good time to take them out.
Yay.
Alright, so you do a total of 16. So you lodge an arrow in his neck between his scales. Takes a good chunk off of him. So then this guard drake. So Chugs, you get an attack on this guard drake because he's gonna move. Actually, I guess both Bushman and Chugs would get an attack because he's gonna move to cover the opening by the gate. So both of you guys make an attack. Okay, you both as he moves away, Chugs, you stab at him, and Bushman, you come down with your blade, and it actually kills him as he makes his final stand in front of the gate. His body just slumps in front of it there, and then this Drake will bite at Chugs, and he will hit AC 17, I believe hits you, for 10 damage. He takes a good chunk out of your thigh. And this kobold's asleep. Okay, it is Bushman's turn.
How many do you have left, Bill? Have Chugs go sleep in the corner while we
You'd have to stand in front of the steps unless you want him to get an attack off on you. The smell of rotting meat is getting to Bushman, and he's just talking nonsense now. And he's going to attack.
Or by defensive mode, offense is running away.
All right. He does 10 damage on his first hit and misses with his follow-up. Is this a flurry of blows? Okay. Alright, so then another -8. Alright. So hit, miss, hit. And then it is Chugs' turn.
Get hit.
Yes, the disengage is your action, but you can move and not draw any attacks from anyone as you're moving. So you're kind of like defensively getting away.
But he's just still after Mondath, that's all.
Alright, so he goes behind that pillar back there. Alright, these kobolds are sleeping. And it's back to Burnsy. Oh, I thought you moved back. Okay, go ahead. right. He just looks at Bushman like, I think you got things covered. I'm gonna go up there. All right, it's Burnsy's turn. Okay, he spears the crossbow bolt into the egg, and it spills out a bunch of the liquid, and you see the rest of the egg wall around that hole that it made kind of crack away, and the body of the of a white dragon spills out, and it kind of flops and just remains motionless.
I bet I got a black one.
It's like, Bill, you got things. What's this egg doing over here? It looks awfully dangerous. All right, it's Sefri's turn.
Alright. Am I trying to run up there? Am I still shooting?
I don't know, that silver egg looks awfully dangerous still. You
Actually,
you might.
so I can run towards the stairs too, right? Will the
If you stay away from the, or actually, yeah, he can get an attack off on anyone who runs through like Bill's space to get through that gate. So
that's fine.
if
I'm at full
you
HP.
you can still take your disengage action if you just want to run this whole turn.
Yeah, I'd like to run up there. And I think, like, what, 30, right? If I can get to the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, you can either disengage and not draw an attack and move 30, or you can draw an attack and move 60. It's up to you, though. The safer way would be not to draw an attack, but
Yeah, I think I'll stick with that.
okay.
And then I can still shoot him from up here once I get up there. But I've got the egg with me, by the way.
Oh, okay, yeah, you wouldn't be able to do anything then, anyways, because the egg is too much to handle. All right, so the Drake turns to face Bushman and sees the Drake bite marks on his leg and tries to go after those, but he misses. And then it is Bushman's turn.
Who has the key? Yeah, Bushman. Okay.
I think Chugs does. Yeah. It says Burnsy, not Chugs, of course. Okay, so you do a total of 13. Slash at him and headbutt him again, I'm guessing. And it's Chugs.
Can you just give him the key?
You can go and just hand him the key. That's fine. That's not. I wouldn't call that an action. But you'd have to move down there and move back because you can't stop in Sefri's spot.
Yeah.
All right, Chugs puts 4 more damage into him with his arrow. Okay. All right, so the arrow's sticking out of his hind leg. The kobolds are sleeping, and Burnsy is next. Vicious mockery. He's gonna make fun of the drakes again. Burnsy mocks their health insurance plan, and it is successful. So I think that's a D4, isn't it? Max damage insult. You found his weak spot. These drakes really care about their health coverage. And I think he gets disadvantage or something on his next attack. Then it is Sefri's turn.
Alright. I could like move and turn around and shoot, right?
Uh-huh. Oh, you'd have to put the egg down.
Oh, is that an action?
Well, you just have to, I guess you just have to set it down, and then fire.
Of course I balanced it on top of my head. Wow.
Oh, go ahead and do your 2d6 extra since Bushman's next to it.
Still down there.
Alright, that's 11.
Got your egg.
Alright, he's barely standing up. Oh, you're right. She did,
Thank you.
Oh, but he's still standing.
Barely.
So he will, in his last ditch effort, he bites at Bushman in front of him. You will hit for... Oh, that's right. Gotta roll twice. Nope, he misses. Alright. It's up to Bushman. He thought about biting him, but then he was like, I don't know, I don't really have good dental coverage. I shouldn't really damage my teeth. With your short sword, you run him through, and he falls over dead. So then, you've got some sleeping kobolds. An egg that is very fragile. And
fire out and fry it up.
As you're deliberating, you hear a deep voice coming from this sort of pit area that you were just in, and it says, "Who will bring me food now?"
What?
And everyone make a perception check.
Oh, crud. I need to check my pants. That's scary.
Okay, so Seshtanen and or Bushman and Sefri point out that up above on the ceiling by the stalactites there is a roper who is disguised up there, and you can't, it's, even though you know he's there, it's still hard to distinguish him from the stalactites on the ceiling. And he kind of stares at you. You see his eye kind of darting back and forth between each person, and he's kind of waiting for you to answer him.
Feed yourself, fool. Does he? No, I mean, how dangerous does he? If he needs someone to come feed him, is he gonna be able to chase us? Sounds pretty weak.
So you're just gonna be like, "See ya."
Whatever. There's some meat next door. You can eat these kobolds. The kobolds are still here. What do you want to eat?
He says, I eat meat. I want lots of meat.
What are you?
I don't know how to answer that. I am what you see.
Gross, sounds like an alien. I'm not gonna give you my mouse. Yeah.
What happened to the kobolds? I don't know if I can trust you. They're laying on the floor.
We put them to sleep for their protection. The ambush drakes went crazy. The bushman can share some of the meat.
He has some ham cubes that he kept. He says, this is not enough. I will need more.
What if we don't feed you?
Then maybe I will have to eat you.
Yeah, he has drakes.
The drakes do look tasty, but I don't think that will be enough.
Can he like snatch us with his little tentacles and stuff? His little arms.
He does have like tendrils that kind of are going out and around. He's a large creature.
Let's just tell him, okay, we're gonna go get you some more meat, and then let's run, so he doesn't try to like snag us. Yeah. There we go.
Sorry, let me pull up his So yeah, it has a rock-like appearance. It has 6 nubs set along its body, through which it extrudes sticky tendrils that bond to whatever they touch. So he can Yeah, he can stick them out, and where is this? And they reach and like they run kind of along the walls, like they're or along the ceiling. You see that his tendrils kind of run along, and they reach out a pretty good distance. He can basically reach to the stair entrance with them. That's how long they are.
Bill. Oh, I see. Where is he in our turn order? If Bill tries to like run out of his reach.
He would enter right where he is, right where he interrupted you. Let me put him on here.
Oh, there he is. All right.
Bring him up to the.
Well, just in case he. Yeah, let's tell him we can go get meat. Say, okay, fine, we'll go get you some. There's more. We know where it is now because we brought some in here for those drakes.
He kind of addresses you, Sefri, since you're talking, and he says, "Why don't you bring some back, and then the rest of you can leave?"
I cast a knowing glance at you guys, like you need to run, but I'm gonna try to keep playing this up. I'll say,
Oh, Chugs, he said that why don't you? He asked Sefri to bring some back, and then the rest of you can leave once she brings it back.
Seshtanen is the strongest one of us. He might need to come help us carry all that meat for you.
So you're pointing to Bill to be the one to carry the meat.
Yeah. I would say Chuck, but he's down on HP, so yeah, Bill.
He says, you are correct. 2 of you may go. Bring back the meat that you say is out there, and then the rest of you can leave."
Okay. But he can only reach to the bottom of the stairs, so.
No, the stairs leading out of the whole cave, like out to here.
Dang it. Oh, but we're all before him in the turn order, so we could still. Well, oh gosh, how fast is he?
No, he kind of like interrupted things right there.
Oh, at the top there. Pooh. Okay. Is there something sneaky that 2 of us can try if the other 2 leave? Would he be distracted enough when we threw the meat in? And
I don't know.
I don't know if it's safe to leave 2 of us here. Oh no.
He's gonna go ahead and roll one of his tendrils. One of his tendrils grabs Burnsy, and it kind of picks him up, and he says it drags him. Let's see. He's grappled, and it drags him.
Ew, I was so close to that thing.
Drags him about here, and he's kind of like hanging in the air, and he says, says, "This one is small. Could I eat him?"
No, because he knows where to. He's the one who arranges for more meat to be brought into the cellar. He deals with our resources. Also ill. He'll poison you. He doesn't taste good.
He doesn't look ill.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to cut off our supply if you take him out.
He's in charge of accounting, and he has Ebola.
Very diplomatic. Yeah.
He says, but this one's skin looks much softer. The kobolds, they have given me meat in the past, and I don't want to eat them.
Not Dre. Yeah. Woohoo! A very plump little child.
um, right now, Burnsy is he's restrained, but he can still act.
Can he make himself look disgusting?
So, Chugs, was your action to run down and talk to him, or did you want to do anything else? Okay, so then it would be Burnsy if you wanted him to do a like a minor illusion or something to try and
Yeah. We can bring our, when we go to get the meat, we left our slave child out of the fight. He's outside.
okay.
But he is meatier than um than a Burnsy, and we and we really do need Burnsy because we'll be able to secure more food, and he does negotiate some of our other work. Yeah. What say you, Mr. Ropin?
Please let Burnsy down. he he uh he sort of, his eye shifts around as he is blind. Here's this useless child we've been dragging along for some reason. You can eat it.
What is that at the front entrance?
Is that? I'm assuming you summoned the. Unless you didn't already. I was just gonna put
the slave child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't know. We don't. Oh, that's the illusion. Okay.
I don't know if that's what Burnsy wanted to do on his turn.
Yeah, we'll call him in. Slave child, come here for a second. Just guys, so we can see if he at least shows interest.
I think it minor illusion, can that move, or can it? Is it just a stationary thing?
He has to come in with his little feeler cane. He's blind.
The slave child we've been bringing along can't move or talk or see.
Ooh, riddles. Yeah. Will we try to snack on anyone while we're gone? Okay. And you guys can do more thingies. Take this.
Okay, yeah, I guess it could potentially move. It's just.
Make it disappear.
So are you gonna make the child illusion disappear? Or you're just taking him away so he doesn't see it disappear.
Oh, okay. Okay. Slave child, come help us carry more meat.
Alright, so Sefri, on your turn, you're gonna go out there to carry meat.
I don't know. Do we want him to happen?
I just put the kid there because I thought you were summoning it, but if you didn't want to, I can just take him away.
Okay. No, alright, we'll go get meat.
Alright, so you go out, and then Bill, on your turn, I guess you follow. And you took
Move,
the
slave child.
illusion, I guess, disappears once you're out of sight.
Okay. Wait, I brought the egg with me, right?
I don't know. Did you?
Oh gosh.
You probably won't be able to carry meat and the egg at the same time.
Yeah, the kobolds are asleep for like an hour, right? We're not gonna take it and hide it somewhere. Chugs is down there. Alright, I'll leave it there.
Okay. So you guys can say that you went. Where are you going to get the meat?
Back from where else we got the other stuff. Unless anybody smells any nearby. How's that fire looking over there?
Okay, so you're going back to that meat locker.
That's the only place I know to get any meat. So.
Okay, I think that Sefri, you won't have any light when you go through there. You can probably take one of these little lanterns if you want, and I'll just say.
Okay.
So let me.
Oh, I can't see you guys anymore. This thing, they shouldn't be able to see me. And I'm fine. Where'd you go, Bushman? Did you go up there?
Okay, so all right, so you guys can just position your. Oh, did you want to sneak past the? Did you want to try and sneak past the kobold chamber, or are you just walking by?
I want to definitely sneak. Oh! I'm gonna try to sneak.
All right. Sefri makes some noise, and let's go ahead and put these guys into the turn order.
Uh-oh. Can Chuck see all this going on?
He can't.
Oh,
He
no.
shouldn't be able to see what's happening. So Chug, Sefri was trying to sneak by the kobolds and rolled a critical failure. So both of you two who are up there.
There's only 5.
Let's just go ahead and resort this. So it's Burnsy, unless he's doing anything else.
Tied up.
This kobold's gonna see what he heard, and then he sees that you're there, and he's alerted. And same with the rest of these guys. And then it is Sefri's turn. Chugs, yeah, you can on when your turn comes up, you can start slaying those guys if you want.
guess there would be no reason in trying to convince them to come help me get meat, or like, hey, I'm doing a job here, leave me alone.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't.
They won't believe me. Alright, I'm just gonna start shooting them. That first one there.
All right.
We'll just take you out anyways.
As soon as this guy comes out and identifies you, you put an arrow between his eyes and drop him immediately.
Next up.
And then these other guys are going to come down here.
We got game up quick.
Okay, the roper is gonna just pull Burnsy in just a little bit closer, but he's not gonna do anything. Not gonna do anything with him yet. He's just kind of keeping him close as like his, his insurance policy. Him. Yeah, he's just dangling him and like kind of looking at him. Okay, then these kobolds are still sleeping yet.
Where is there one of those left? Oh no, okay.
Alright, it is Bushman's turn. Okay, so that on that winged guy back there.
Yay!
All right. He throws his dart and slays that winged kobold back there. Chugs, it is your turn to do something, if you please.
I see them or hear them.
Alright. Fire your longbow into the one on the ground and just kind of spear his head.
What's the roper gonna think?
And these kobolds are still asleep yet. This one's done. And then Burnsy can do something if he wants. He can try and he can remain calm. He can try and escape. He can do whatever you want him to. I didn't want to skip him unless if he wanted to do something.
Can he make himself feel like he's burning or?
To escape, he's grappled right now, so he has to roll a DC 15 of either I think it's dexterity or strength, whichever one he is better at. But he also has disadvantage on that since he's restrained by the tendril.
Riz, what's his name, is not gonna be happy if you eat me. Ooh. Seems protective.
You can roll a persuasion check to see if he. he he kind of gives the eggs a glance, like he already knew about them, kind of like he would have eaten them if people hadn't been bringing him stuff. So he says they might be tasty. Why don't you get your friend to bring me some?
He's busy.
So then back over here, this kobold has been killed. This guy's been killed, and then Sefri's turn.
Alright. Oh. I'm gonna shoot this next guy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Cake.
That will spear the next winged kobold, taking him out with your short bow. So then this one now behind him will kind of leap over his body, like fluttering his wings as he goes through the air, and then he tries to stab you with his dagger as he approaches. He will hit for 5 damage. So he comes in and catches you in the shoulder with his dagger. And then the roper just kind of dangles Burnsy and looks at him as he waits to see if Chugs will bring him one of the dragon eggs. And this other kobold back here, the last remaining one, will also come down to attack Sefri. He will hit AC 17, which I think will hit you.
Yeah.
For 3 damage. So he catches you a little bit on the side as he flies in.
No biggie. No biggie.
This kobold here, I think, is asleep. And then it's back to Bill.
Bill, they're messing with me.
I strike. Your first short sword attack cuts down the winged kobold in front of you.
One to the other one, I think.
Oh, my bad. Well, both your attacks take him out, so this room is now kobold free. So then Chugs, I'm not sure if you wanted to continue your slaughter of these kobolds here.
Right.
Probably like 1 or 2 more rounds, I would think. Because he had talked for a little while discussing the meat.
How many are left? 2? 3?
dead.
Keep him busy. Yep. Nice.
He says, he says, I don't think I've ever had dragon before. Either one will do. So this kobold's dead. This one's sleeping. And Burnsy, is he gonna do anything or keep quiet?
Add to the debate about, well, what about you might want to consider the blue one.
Alright, so he's gonna hang out there. Then Sefri, you guys can double move out to the
Okay.
as close as you
Bill,
can.
you said follow me and you moved back. What?
Oh yeah, you have to go around the
Okay. Oh, okay. So you're thinking of going straight. There's got to be nothing else here. I know to look out for this trap that I fell into.
Alright, so you guys are there.
Oh. Now, is there any special reason that guy moved the curtain with that tool?
You guys can only move twice your speed in a turn.
Whoops.
And Bill, you went the wrong way. Or well, actually, your speed's a lot, so you could probably go pretty far. Cause that tunnel right there, those blue lines, that passageway goes underneath that. I guess you weren't here when we traveled through the cave the first time.
Well, what? How much is a move?
Yours is 30 feet.
30?
Bill's I think is like 45 or something. They just finished off the kobolds in that chamber, Steve, but I was keeping it in combat rounds since you're dealing with those kobolds in your chamber. Alright, so they moved, and then the roper takes Burnsy and kind of dips him in the like the goo that came out of the dragon egg on the ground. he's like maybe I'll taste both at the same time, and Burnsy's like all all dripping with the stuff. And then Kobold sleeping. Bill already moved, and then Chugs. It would be great for Trent to come back next time and be like, yeah, you got eaten.
What could you possibly say to this thing? Maybe it really is weak. It just looks big.
All right. take out that kobold. Okay, so you're on your way over to bring him his egg. Burnsy's turn as he's dripping with dragon embryo goo. Okay.
That he missed dipping him in the goo. He keeps trying to dip him and smacks his head on the floor.
Alright, you're gonna make a human child appear somewhere. I'm sorry, where did you click? I didn't see it. Oh, okay, over by the stairs.
Oh, because he can still reach him.
Okay, you can do that. So the child is peeking out. I think you can do either or. I don't think you can do both.
Can Burnsy cast it to see if he... Oh. To cast it to make it there and say something like, "No! Bobby, don't come in," or whatever.
Yeah, it's either image or sound, not both. So you just have it like come in and like smile or like like wave at him or something, or okay, so the child is there peeking around the corner like he's really scared.
Why are you scared of me?
Okay. Sefri, you can do your move again.
Ready? By the rocks. One. And then, again, was there any reason to have to move the curtain aside with that spear?
Well,
Like the curtain's
since
not poisonous, right?
since Bill rushed in and didn't say anything,
I need you to help me carry the meat. Shoot.
let's see. So, hidden in the patches of fur still clinging to the leather strips of the curtain are hundreds of metal barbs about the size of large fishhooks. Go ahead, Bill, make a dexterity save to see if you avoid it as you're brushing through it. Oh, all right. So you take 6 poison damage. And your max HP is reduced by 5 until you take a long rest. But that won't really come into play until you try and recover anyways, but Okay, so Sephri, you did your move already.
Well, I moved up to the curtain. Would I?
The curtains at the curtains at the base of the steps. Yeah, you would have seen him get
Okay.
you would have seen him get hit.
All right, so that's as far as I could go.
All right, so yeah, you saw him get hit by the curtain as he brushed through. All right, the roper kind of is still holding Burnsy, and he kind of, I guess he does kind of notice the child, but he doesn't really pay attention since he saw the child leave last time and then just kind of hang out there. He doesn't really do anything about it. This kobold's still sleeping. And then it is, since Bill already moved, it's Shugs' turn. Alright, so you kind of offer that the lifeless body of the dragon embryo up to the roper.
Flap his wings around.
He looks curiously at it as one of his tendrils is kind of reaching for it. So then Burnsy's turn. Okay, so he watches the child kind of just hearing the noise. He just keeps an eye on it. Then Sephri.
Alright, I go in and grab some meat. Does it take one turn?
Did you use the spear?
Oh yeah. Because I saw. Or do I have to roll something to use it? Because I saw the other guy use it twice, or like I saw him come in to use it, and then he like hooked it back and then put it down right where it was, which is what made me think you weren't supposed to touch it.
Well, he used Glurdag had opened it, like put it aside so he didn't have to touch it, and then when you guys got the meat, he just set the spear down so they could use it again. Okay. But since you already mentioned it before, that's fine if you want to say that you used it. I was just making sure you weren't.
Oh, okay. All right. Does it require any extra action then, or?
No, just as long as you have it with you, you can go through there without.
Okay.
All right, so you go into the room. You can grab some meat and get ready to.
Grab. I'm not gonna bother moving the curtain back when I leave. So.
Okay, and Bill's grabbing stuff in there as well. When his your turn doesn't come up until after the roper, but
does grabbing take our turn, or can I start running back?
No, you can. If you still have movement, you can.
That was only 20.
You can move the rest of it.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Oh no, you'd only. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Not a double turn.
You can do double move. That's fine with me. Yes, you can, Bill. Actually, you can go up to the curtain and try one of those hooks again. We'll say that Sephri was nice enough to hold the curtain open for you on your way out and didn't like let it close on you.
And left him in the stairway for him to stop.
All right, so the roper. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do a double move that time, Bill.
Go ahead and get back faster.
So then this kobold here wakes up and sees the scene before him of the smashed eggs. He sees he looks down and he sees this dwarf holding up this like this dead dragon body to this creature in the ceiling, and the halfling like dangled in the air by one of the tendrils, and he's gonna go ahead and throw use his sling to throw a rock at Chugs, who's holding the dragon, and he will miss. It'll ricochet off the pillars down there. And then it is, or Bill, you already moved, I think. So, Chugs, it's your turn.
Tell Roper to.
The Roper. Sorry, when he went last time, he grabbed the dragon, and he kind of is dragging it up to his mouth and chewing on it. He turns around and just puts an arrow through the kobold and puts him right back to sleep. All right. Burnsy? Not sure if you wanted to do anything else.
Yeah. Worth a shot.
Yeah, they're on their way back.
We're both out of the meat room. It'll take me another 2 turns to get there.
All right. He shouts out that they're on their way back. All right. Sefri, you can move. Do your double move. And the Roper is just gonna eat the dragon body. He takes his tendril and just puts it into this giant mouth that kind of starts biting down with a bunch of teeth, crunching bones. And Bill, you moved. Okay, so unless you guys wanted to do anything different, you can just move your characters back if you want, and then we'll just start with Chugs when you guys get back. If you want to move them back into the room with the Roper.
Who's doing what?
I'll move them for you. I'll move you guys.
Okay.
All right. So you guys got back back in the room with the Roper. You guys got the meat, brought it back. Or do you just? All right. You're getting the other egg, Chugs, and you're telling him. Oh, okay. So you're bringing it over to him. All right. He starts reaching towards that one. And does Burnsy want to do anything, or? All right. So Sefri and Bushman, you guys are here with the meat.
I'm not gonna hand it over necessarily. I'm gonna say I don't know that we should necessarily. We don't have to let him eat the dragon, I guess. We just say, "Oh, excuse me. I start kind of asking, like offering it to him, like, oh, could we give this to you now in exchange for our friend?
He as he's as he's grabbing the dragon with one tendril from Chugs, he holds it kind of off to the side like he's holding Burnsy, and then his tendril comes over towards you, Sefri, and he says, "Yes, thank you. I'm hungry." And so he's like reaching for the meat.
I'll say, he's gonna take it. He's not gonna give us our. I'm not gonna try to stop him from it, but I'm gonna continue to tell him, like, hey, we really need our other guy back to go get more because we're completely out of meat in the other room now. We brought you all the meat that was left. I'm not even looking at this tank.
He as his like slimy tendril like wraps around the meat in your hands and takes it away. He says, "Yes, of course. I don't need him anymore." And he drops him down in like he's still like sopping with the goo, and he drops Burnsy where he stands, and he just kind of munches on the meat, and he's also reaching over to grab the stuff from Bill from Bushman to grab the meat that he's carrying.
Yep. All right. Well, we can see that you're very hungry, so we're gonna go start getting some more now.
Says, "Thank you. Have a nice day."
Oh my gosh! Oh, pick up the egg.
All right.
Where are you going with that? Eggy. Come on, Eggy.
All right. So you have the egg. So.
Oh. Check your pulse. Check your pulse.
All right. So I'm assuming Bushman is also going with you. He's not staying in that room with
He's intrigued.
the hungry roper. Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave him where he stood. I'm not gonna move him. All right, so.
All right, we're done here. Let's no more kobolds to worry about. So we're out of turn order, right? No, that stuff.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, combat is done. So you guys are heading out.
Check on my egg real quick just to see if it looks like it's still alive. If not, I might as well throw it down.
You can do another nature check to see if you can understand. It looks like since most of the inside of the egg is still intact, it looks like it's still alive. It hasn't made any sort of distressing movements or anything. So it's, as far as you can tell, it's still alive, but you're not sure how long it'll be able to survive with an opened exterior part of the egg.
I'm gonna wrap my common clothes around it just to protect it.
All right. Cyanrath is still dead on the floor.
Yay!
Yeah, you can. He has his greatsword. He has some armor on him. What kind of armor did he wear? Although he's pretty big compared to you.
Is that a short?
Yes, you guys took the treasure from in that treasure chest. He's wearing splint armor, but it's too big for Chugs.
With or without stool?
You could tie a stool to each foot and have like a extended. All right, so you take his great sword. He also has a spear on him, but it looks. All right, so you take his great sword on your way out, and then you guys head through the tunnel, and yeah, keep going that direction so you kind of wrap around again.
I don't know who's come to check on this guy now. It's a good little dragon out here. Oh, he's still locked up.
Does anyone want to make
Stealth check.
stealth checks to the room that you need to be quiet in?
This big one. You know, it's smart
Yeah,
because there's a chamber that we hadn't checked out yet to the left, or to our left, the northish.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you got stuck in
Dragging that great sword.
the through the tunnel. It just went sideways and couldn't get through the door. Okay.
Are we okay
So,
to...
yep. You guys,
Oh.
if you did your stealth check, you just go through. You guys should be fine though. That's all right. That case is actually if three of you have to fail it to cause enough noise in that room. All right, so you guys make it out without
go back one day, but not today.
Without incident on your way back.
Aww.
Guys, there's this cool monster in there that eats meat. I want you to see it. All right, that's probably a good stopping point. I assume with the since we don't have audio and all, but I'm glad you guys went through the rest of the cave.
I have an egg.
Chugs, who has messed his pants, rubbed meat on his pants, and Burnsy, who's covered in dragon goo. They both hug each other. Well, you guys did good. I was kind of worried there for a little while, but
Oh
yeah, it's too bad. I guess I thought he'd show up partway through it, but I didn't really. I was kind of hesitant to push again to another night since we hadn't done it in so long. I'm sure that Deckard has a good new pair for him to use.
Sorry, I need my common clothes to wrap around this egg.
Hugs him. Hugs him, but not like from the front. Like he hugs him, like walks towards him with his pants facing him.
Hey, this kobold's still out here.
Bushman, you need to make a dexterity save to see if you can avoid that. Oh, he makes it. At some time during combat, when you're fighting something, he's going to use his action to go up and hug you. Alrighty, well. You only have a couple barbs in you. I think that you'll be all right. It's now part of the legend.
He wants to go crawl back into the dark cave. Sunlight hurts his eyes.
My only friends are ropers. All right, guys. Well, thanks for playing. I'll go on the forums and post about when we can do it again. All right, guys. Have a good night.